Hi friends, Jordan here. Thank you for joining me. I wanted to do a practice today on a heart-centered flow. For me, working with the heart center or the heart chakra is an extremely unifying force. If you think about even where the heart is in relation to the rest of the body, it's the bridge between the mind and the body. It's the bridge between our intuition and our gut. And when we work with the heart chakra, we're not only unifying that within ourselves, meaning that we're unifying person to self, but on a much larger scale, when we work with the heart chakra and with love and with compassion, we're also unifying person to community and person to source, whatever source is for you. And it's such a beautiful testament to being able to cultivate this attitude of compassion and grace and love. And what we notice is when we can relate to ourselves with more compassion, acceptance, and love, we can then relate to others on that same level and see the goodness in them more than we were able to before. We'll be working a little bit with the mantra Om Mani Padme Hum today, which really is a mantra to cultivate compassion. And when we cultivate compassion, we open that gateway for more love and connection to occur. So I invite you today to begin on your back. And as you transition to your back, you can, if you're pretty far along in your pregnancy like I am, you can lay on your side like this and then roll onto your back, or you can just go straight down if that's more comfortable. And just take a few moments, either with your knees bent or with your legs out long, to just really settle into how you're arriving in this space today. Noticing anything that is arising out of your experience. And acknowledging it with gratitude. One of the easiest ways for us to move to a state of love is to move to a state of gratitude. So regardless of what's going on in us or around us, there's always something to be grateful for. And if you are pregnant, maybe taking a moment to place your hands on your belly and just sending compassion to the child that is growing and developing within you. If your hands are on your belly, leave one hand on your belly and take one hand to your heart. Everyone else, place one hand on your belly and one on your heart. And begin to drop into an equal rhythm, inhale, exhale breathing. So maybe that's 4 counts in, 4 counts out. Maybe you build up to 8 counts in. Eight counts out. Wherever that equal rhythm occurs for you in a natural state, without forcing, without discomfort, allow yourself to find whatever count that is. And then it's almost like you're allowing the breath just to happen. You're not forcing, not controlling, you're just letting it be easy and natural. Equal breath in. Equal breath out. And imagine the breath occurring almost like an ocean wave. And the breath rolling in. And then rolling out. And then draw your knees into your chest. And you can have your knees as wide as you need them to make room for your belly. And you can just kind of rock and roll side to side, massaging out the low back or anywhere that there's maybe tension or discomfort. Anywhere your back is speaking to you today. Maybe even taking the knees around in a circle one direction, keeping your hands on top of the knees. And see if you can even activate your feet so that your toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. And if you're circling your knees, you can begin to go the opposite direction. Good, and then coming back to center. And now on your inhale, keeping your hands on your knees, keeping your feet active. Draw your knees away so that your arms lengthen. And then draw your knees into your chest. And we're going to move to a 6-6 count. So inhale, draw the knees away for a count of 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then exhale, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And continue that a few times, inhaling 6, drawing the knees away. And exhaling 6, drawing the knees in. Inhale, draw the knees out. And exhale, draw the knees in. One more time, inhale, length. And exhale, hug it in. And you can plant your feet on the ground, knees are lifted. Just kind of rock, windshield wiper your legs side to side. And then from here, we're going to move into a dynamic L paired with a dynamic bridge. So I'll show you what it's going to look like really fast, and then we'll do it all together 5 times. So when you inhale, your arms are going to be by your sides. Inhale to bring the legs up. Again, feet are active, quads are engaged. That'll be a 6 count. Exhale, slow and controlled on a 6 count. Legs come down, feet anchor to the mat. Inhale for a bridge. Again, 6 count with the arms will sweep back by the ears. And then exhale, lower down, and we'll do the Om Mani Padme Hum chant on that exhale. So let's all go together. Inhale, active feet, active legs. 6 count in as you raise the legs up towards the ceiling. Flex the toes towards the shin. Exhale, slowly 6 out as you plant the feet back towards the ground. Inhale, lift the hips up towards bridge. Sweep the arms back by the ears. And then exhale, Om Mani Padme Hum. 1 breath in between here. 1 breath out. Inhale, lift the legs up. Exhale, slowly with control, release the legs and the feet back down. Inhale, bridge. Arms, feet back. And exhale, Om Mani Padme Hum. Again, 1 breath in. 1 breath out. Last time through, inhale the legs up. Exhale the legs down. Inhale, bridge. Exhale, Om Mani Padme Hum. 1 breath in. in. And one breath out. And then you can roll to either one side, push yourself up onto all fours, or you can rock and roll forward and find yourself in tabletop pose. Hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. And go ahead and just take a few cat-cows here, dropping the belly, lifting the heart, spreading the collarbones, and exhale, rounding through the spine. Inhale, find your cow pose, drop the belly. And exhale to round. One more time, inhale to drop the belly. And exhale, round the back. So kind of similar concept. We're going to move into another dynamic sequence, pairing breath with 4 motions. So on your inhale, you're going to find a baby cow. On your exhale, you're going to rock back to a little bit of a modified child. Inhale, rocking to tabletop. And exhale, tucking the toes, pulling back, downward facing dog. Good. And so we'll do that all together. So starting on your tabletop pose, take a breath in, maybe just find a baby cow here. Exhale for 6 as you sink back to your child. Inhale for 6 as you rise back up to tabletop. And then tuck your toes, pull your hips back for a breath of 6. Downward facing dog. One breath here. Good, next breath in, drop your knees, coming back to table. Exhale, child's. Inhale, table. And exhale, downward facing dog. And this time, 2 breaths. Next breath in, drop the knees, coming to tabletop. Spreading through the collarbones, exhale your modified child. It's okay if you don't go all the way back, especially if you've got a 7, 8, 9 month belly. Inhale to table. And pull back, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. Next breath in, again, drop your knees down, lift the gaze, spread the collarbones. Exhale, pull back, child's pose. Inhale, rise up, all fours. And exhale, pull back, downward facing dog. And hang out here for a few breaths. If you want to walk your dog out this time, feel free, bending one knee, straightening the opposite leg, really just finding that nice, deep, feel-good hamstring stretch. Just taking your time, feeling it out, noticing any tension, any tightness. And then come back to stillness. Take a breath in together. A breath out, and then walk yourself forward to the top of your mat. And you can hang your forward fold. Your feet can be as wide as you need them to be to make room for your belly. And grab opposite elbows and just sway side to side. And then drop your arms down, maybe heel toe your feet together as you find a little bit of a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise all the way up with a gentle bend in your knees so you don't strain the back. Exhale, cactus arms here, so draw the elbows down towards the rib cage, lift the gaze. Inhale to rise up. And exhale, forward fold. Soft bend in the knees, gentle on the back. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale again, rise up. Strong, active legs and core. Exhale, cactus arms. Good. Inhale, sweep the arms up. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift. Exhale, release. Rise all the way up on the breath, and this is your last time. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, nice tall mountain. And exhale, forward fold. Plant your hands down, step back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, pull forward to a high plank. You can drop your knees here. We're just going to do a half push-up. So as you exhale, lower halfway down, let the triceps hug and graze the ribs. Inhale to push up to your plank. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. A nice long breath out. And then right foot's gonna come forward between your hands on your next breath. You're gonna drop your left knee down. Inhale to sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale to reach up. Then exhale, sweep the hands around behind your back. You're gonna interlace your fingers. Draw your index fingers together. The rest of the fingers are interlaced. Index fingers are pointing and drawing towards your back heel. Lift the gaze. Find a little bit of a back bend here. Not enough to compress or strain the low back, but just enough to open up through the upper chest and the ribs, the shoulders. Hugging the inner thighs in towards one another. Take one more breath. One more exhale. And then inhale, release the arms, sweep the arms all the way up. On your breath out, left fingers graze forward, right fingers graze back. Maybe you can turn your gaze as far as you can towards your right thumb. Maintaining that engagement of the inner thighs, rolling in towards one another. Last breath in. Last breath out. Inhaling back to center, sweep the arms up. And exhale, plant the hands back to the mat, pull back, downward facing dog. And take a few breaths. If at any point you need to drop into your child's pose, you're welcome to take that little reset or that rest. If you're further along in pregnancy, you might want to take your knees wider than normal. Make room for the belly. Good. And then if you are in child, go ahead and make your way back to your downward facing dog. And on a breath in, sweep the left foot forward between the hands. You can drop the back knee. Inhale the arms overhead. Exhale, find cactus arms. Inhale to reach up. And exhale, interlace the hands behind the low back. The index fingers are long. They draw down towards the right heel. Lift the gaze, lift the heart. And you don't want to dump your head back here, but you really want to just find a little bit of a natural extension and length. So it's still in line with your spine without cranking the joints back. Slow and steady breathing. Last breath. Inhale to unwind the arms. Arms sweep up, and then exhale. Right fingers forward, left fingers back. Again, you can turn your gaze towards this back hand. Wrapping the inner thighs towards one another, solid and grounded through the feet. Last breath in. Full breath out. Inhale to center. And then exhale, plant the hands, pull back, downward facing dog. And we'll walk the legs out again like we did earlier. One breath in, breath out. Another breath. Exhale, and when you're almost all the way empty, go ahead and walk forward to the top of your mat. Again, make room for your belly if you need to. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise up to mountain. And exhale, drop to a chair. Take a breath here. And exhale, find a little bit of a sleeping chair. So if you need to separate your feet a little wider, you can. So you're just hovering your upper body over your thighs. Inhale, chair. Good. Exhale, forward fold. We're gonna do that 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise all the way up. Good. Exhale, chair. Take a breath here. Find expansion through the heart. Exhale, sleeping chair. Inhale, chair. And exhale, fold. One breath in between. Inhale to find a halfway lift. Exhale, release. Inhale to rise all the way up. Exhale, drop to your chair. Take a breath, find expansion. And exhale, sleeping chair. Inhale, chair, nice strong legs. Forward fold. You can hang out in your rag doll. You can grab opposite elbows, maybe take your feet a little bit wider. And just sway side to side, give your head a shake, yes and no. Good. And then walk yourself back to your downward facing dog. Inhale to your high plank. You can drop your knees, exhale, low push-up. Inhale, high plank. Downward facing. Good. On your next breath in, you can lift your right leg up towards the ceiling. Try to keep your hips in line with one another so your big toes angling down towards the floor instead of angling out to the side like this. Take another breath. And then exhale, draw your foot forward between your hands and slowly rise up to your warrior ones. Your back foot's gonna pivot at 45 degrees. Inhale to rise up. And you take your hands to your heart center and really notice the strength in the foundation of your legs. let's take our arms all the way up on a breath in. Exhale, cactus arms here. Lift your gaze. Inhale, reach up. And draw your hands back to heart center. Hinge forward just about 30 to 45 degrees. Drawing the low belly in so your tailbone actually kind of curls under. You feel this engagement of the core kind of pulling up, tailbone tucking under. Strong through the legs, knee over the ankle. Inner thighs rotating in. Good. And we're going to play here. So like we did earlier with the chant on an exhale, we're going to incorporate that into a Warrior One flow. Alright, so when you inhale, what you're going to do is you're going to straighten your front legs, sweep the arms up, keep the palms together if you can. And then exhale, drop into that hinged warrior with the chant Om Mani Padme Om. 2 more times. Inhale. And exhale. Om Mani Padme Om. 1 more time. Breath in. Om Mani Padme Om. Good. And stay in this hovered position. Interlace your hands behind your low back. Draw the index fingers down towards the left heel. Keep that engagement of the legs and the core. Neck is in alignment with the spine, so your chin is gently tucked. And if you want to play here, you can play with going into a Warrior 3. So you might want to hop your back foot up just a little bit. And if this is challenging for you for balance pose, if you're further along in pregnancy, make sure you're by a wall or you have a chair that you can reach out to if you feel like you're going to lose your balance. And when you're ready, you can float your left leg off the mat. Hips are square to the floor. Pinky toe rolling in towards the ground. And just here for a few breaths. And then gently plant the foot back. Inhale the arms all the way up. Plant the hands down, pull back, downward facing dog. And this will drop to a child's pose here. So you can take your feet together, your knees wide, and drop yourself back, hips over the heels. Stretch the fingers out long against the floor. And then on inhale, whenever you're ready, rise back up to all fours. And tuck the toes. Exhale to pull back. Downward facing dog. On the breath in, lift the left foot up. Again, rotating the inner thigh in towards the right thigh. And gently drawing the foot between the hands, making your way to your Warrior One, so your right foot pivots out at a 45-degree angle. Inhale and rise up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale and rise up. And hands to heart center. Take a breath. And breath out. Make sure you're nice and grounded through the legs. Take 1 more breath. And exhale to start to hinge 30 to 45 degrees forward over your left leg. Making sure the core is engaged, tucking the tailbone underneath. We'll move through that flow 3 times. So when you inhale, straighten the front leg, extend the arms up towards the ceiling. And exhale, Om Mani Padme Hum. Inhale to straighten the leg, extend the arms up, palms pressed together. And exhale, Om Mani Padme Hum. Inhale one more time. And exhale, Om Mani Padme Hum. Good. And then really focus your awareness and your intention down on your left foot. Maybe even pick the toes up. Feel the arch. Plant the toes back down. And feel this grounding line of sensation and strength. Hopping the back foot up halfway. And then whenever you're ready, again, if you need a wall or a chair or something for support, make sure that you have that handy. And interlace the hands behind the low back. You can lift your back leg off the floor and flying into your warrior 3. And one more breath. And exhale to plant the back leg on the ground. Inhale the arms overhead. And this time, instead of going straight to your downward facing dog, turn your toes towards the long edge of your mat. And if you need a block can be super handy for what we're about to do next. You'll place it right in the middle, kind of right underneath where your face would be. You can have it either on the flattest version, the medium height, or the tallest height. So whatever you need to make this more accessible for yourself. Good. All right. So when you inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. And let's just take a wide straddle forward fold first. So exhale, hinge from the hips. Just allow yourself to fold over the legs. Maybe walk the hands out long, get a nice stretch along the spine. You can even pull your hips back as you do this, and you'll feel more of that stretch in the legs as well. Good. Then walk your hands back to center. Your right hand is going to be on the block. Take your left hand to your left hip crease. Find length along your spine on the inhale. Gently tuck your chin so that you have a long neck. Make sure that your hips are square. You're not doing this sideways. And if you do need to bend your right leg just a little bit, you can. But try to keep your hips level and square. And that's what that block will help you do. Good. Take another breath. More length. And as you exhale, sweep your left hand open to the side. Maybe turn your gaze up towards your left fingers. Take another breath. And exhale, sweep the arm down. Inhale, open up to the left. Exhale, release. Inhale, open. Exhale, release. And this time we'll open and stay. So take a breath in. Open up. Stay here for 3 breaths. Every inhale, find more length from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Every exhale, maybe a little more rinsing action of the spine. Making sure you're not dumping your weight in your stabilizing hand, but that your legs and your core are really the things supporting you. One more breath in. And exhale, fold and release. Again, you can either walk your hands forward as we transition to the other side, or maybe walk your hands back between your legs this time. And lean back through center. And this time the left palm finds the block. Right fingers to the right hip crease. Find a nice long spine. Check in with the hips, soft bend in the knees. Take another breath in. And exhale, sweep the arm up towards the side. Take another breath. Release. Inhale, open up. Exhale, release. Inhale. Exhale. And then this time we stay. So inhale, open up. Get ready to stay. Again, nice long line from the crown of the head to the tailbone. Legs are active and engaged. One more breath in. And exhale to release. And you can move the block aside. And then walk your hands to the top of your mat. We'll pull back to our downward facing dog. And then drop your knees down. Sink your hips back over your heels, finding a child's pose. And this time you can maybe take the palms of your hand together behind your head. Just a little bit of a tricep stretch. Planting the hands down, walking yourself back over your hips. And then taking your legs out in front of you and rolling back onto your back. And keep your block handy. I'll move into a supported bridge. So your block can be underneath your sacrum or your tailbone, which is your low back area. And again, you can have it on the varying heights. So this is the lowest setting. If you'd like it on the medium setting, it looks like this. Or if you'd like it on the highest setting, that would be like this. So wherever you are, you don't want to compress the joints to the low back. You just want a gentle, nourishing back bend here. Roll the shoulders down the back, away from the ears. Palms are ideally facing up. And we'll be here for a few breaths. And take one more breath in. And breath out as you remove the block and settle the hips down into the floor. And take a moment. And then you can draw your knees in towards your chest. And again, like we started, just maybe rock side to side. Or maybe rolling the hips and the knees around in a circle. And taking a few circles in one direction. And then a few circles the opposite direction. Good. And then dropping your feet down to the floor. Soles of the feet come together. Knees drop out wide. Supine butterfly. Just allow the inner thighs to release so that your legs melt towards the ground. There's no forcing, no pushing. Just allowing gravity to have a natural influence on the relaxation of the muscles around the inner thighs. And allowing the breath to slow down if you notice that it's sped up during class. And then maybe taking your hands to the outsides of your legs. You gently draw your legs back together. Roll onto your right side. You're going to move into a modified twist here. Then your right arm comes out to the side, and then your left hand will sweep out to the left side. You can turn your gaze down your left fingers. So this actually protects your low back, especially in the later trimester, and you'll feel more of this twist and this opening over in the left back area. Take one more breath. And then you'll draw your left arm back to meet your right arm. And then from here you can roll onto your left side. Same thing, knees come together, you're laying on your side, left arm reaches out long, and then you can sweep your right arm out and make a T with your arms. And again, you'll feel this more in the upper body than you will in the lower back, like a standard twist. You can close the eyes down. Just focus on how when you're in a twist, your breath might feel different. You might feel the ribs expand more on the side that's open. And again, come out of this and sweep your right hand over to meet your left hand. And then you'll get set up for your final relaxation. So if you are about 20 weeks or further along in your pregnancy, you'll want to take final relaxation either on your side, like this, or you can make an incline with some bolsters and some blocks, which I show in some of my other videos. I encourage you guys to take a 10 to 15 minute relaxation. That's where most of the healing benefits are going to occur. And it's also the pivotal feeling and portion of yoga. If you guys have any requests for additional flows, I'm always open to requests. Other than that, it's always a joy and a pleasure sharing with you. Namaste.